You know that some people they are addicted to sugar, some people cigarette, drinks, coffee. Yeah, I used to be addicted to coffee, their phones, social media. But me, not so much. I'm one strange person. I don't know if anybody can really, you know, connect with this kind of addiction. But I am definitely addicted to plants. It is so bad. But you know what? I kind of like don't mind because of the benefits that I really get from being addicted to plants. It sometimes I'm not in the happiest of mood, I should say, and boy, just something just stressing me out. But just my plans are so foremost in my thoughts that when I get up in the mornings, I'm like, oh no, I need to go water them before the sun come up hot and scotch them, or on my way home from work. No matter how it late, your girl getting out of our vehicle and going to tend to the plants. And you know, the sad part about it is that, yes, I won't say I'm one of those persons who don't take care of myself, because I do try my best. But sometimes you want to get yourself something. You know, you look in your closet and say, boy, this needs some top up. I need the latest spring wear or something. And something, you go outside and you realize a little bite on your plant, and you start to Google, and you're off to, I am off to the plant store to get something that can remedy that situation. And trust me, for me, shopping in the plant store is like I'm in a Walmart, a Price Mart, a Mega Mart, because I can spend up to easily spend up to 2 hours in a plant store, and this is no joke. And so I usually, it is therapy for me, and it brings me so much joy that, listen, me not in any hurry. So I usually rather to go to the plant store alone. I don't want to take someone unless it's another plant addict like myself, a plant lover who understand the thing. And so I take my time. I have to go through every plant. I have to look on different things that I can purchase to let them look better, feel better, and prevent, pests and insects from biting off the leaf, because struck the leaves, because that really get to me. And some years ago, I thought staying inside was more fun. You stay inside and you're good until I would use this term, you just touch one plant leaf and your life is never the same. Just by touching the leaf, your life is never the same. And so my life never the same just from touching one plant leaf. And so I that's how I developed the love for plants, apart from the fact that I watched my father for years planting, and was very curious, and so agricultural science was my favorite subject in high school. So is this joy that it brings when you plant seeds. You're there several times for the day. I'm looking in the tree to see if anything sprout, even though the pack of seeds say this hyacinthine and not sprout nothing. It's not going to germinate until the next 7 days or something like that. I'm so impatient. I'm there checking and watering till sometime I overwater. So I make the sacrifice to water day and night. That is just my therapy. And I'd read a lot of literature, and anything that I hear about, I try that can improve the quality of my plans. I share idea, and Lord, my dear, yeah, you share the ideas around. And when I plant something and it come to perfection and I reap in it, I don't know about nobody else, but it is a big deal for me. And so I don't know what to do. I don't know what the cure is to stop buying plants, but I don't know if I stop. What is it that I'm going to substitute? It's like somebody that smokes and want to stop smoking, and they say, all right, they come off cigarette and them start eating a lot of mint. That's the substitution for them. For me, boy, I don't know. Until the day I die, I will always be this crazy plant lover, because you know what? Nature's pill, it relieved all my stress. Yes. No matter what's happening to me in life, that kind of, yeah, nature have that pill for me. So I'm encouraging you guys though to try it. Try it, because it really helps with your health, your thinking, your whole mindset. And of course, for persons who are in their midlife, that is the perfect hobby to take up at this time in your life. Just try it. And so thank you all for watching this video. I just had to come and just rant about my love and my addiction for plants. So I'm in the process of rearranging my garden. I have a space that I need. I don't know what to do with that space, because whenever it rains, the water comes down so heavily, and it kind of like causes some soil erosion right there. So I'm in the process of soiling it and replanting the area in a kind of little flower forest. And believe me, I that give me a good reason for going to the store and purchase some more plants. I tell you, I even find myself what I wanted to get some lunch, and I look and say, oh, but over there so expensive. And I just coming out of the plant store where I spent a lot of money buying plants, and the cost was never a problem. So I'm like, I need to see a psychologist because only that person can explain this to me. Me looking at food, saying it's expensive, and I'm the one that is going to enjoy it. But yet the plant is never too expensive for me. Oh my God, something must be wrong. And so I have that area that I need to come up with a design. I have it in my head. So when I see the plans, I just know and say, oh, yes, right there, someone want it. I want it right there. And there's something strange though, because sometimes you buy some plants that you are told that it is an annual. So the annual, some of them will live up to a year, 3 months, 6 months or so, depending on how you care them or the health that the plant was actually in or is in. And so I bought this mums, and someone specifically told me that, oh, I give you 3 months with that plant. And let me tell you something. 3 months must turn to 3 years because I they like kind of part shade, and I have it in a part shade area, and so it keep populating. So I guess the first one that I bought, it keep dropping seed and springing. But I have this plant for about 3 years, and I kind of want to put it over in the other area, and I say, no, it's because in Jamaica where I live, you have to be mindful of the plants that you purchase. You can't just go to the store and decide that you're going to get any plant. You have to be mindful because this is a very hot country, and we have been getting some weather alert recently, to look out for even more rising temperature. So, of course, me start fret about my plants. Yes, start fret about my plants. I say I want to go on, what is going to happen to them. And so, with the rising temperature, you have to be mindful of the plants that you purchase, especially if you are going to put it in a very sunny area, because plants have two categories really. You have the indoors and you have the outdoors. And you do have some that, even though it is outdoor, it requires part shade, and then you have some that, like the marigold, sun lovers, you can carry that in a desert or whatever, that is going to strive very well. So I need some plants that are sun loving plants, so I'm searching and I'm adding. I have a side of the house that when I purchase them, I just put them down and go and think where I'm going to plant them or what I'm going to do with them. I tell you, I'm a strange one. So in midlife, plants can become more than just a decoration. Don't just see it as decoration. I remember, as I said before, once you touch the leaf of a plant, your life will never be the same. Plants create moments of calm and connection in a season of life that often carries more responsibilities and changes, and it can be frightening. Caring for plants really encourage you to slow down, to be present, I think, and just notice. You are really aware. It helps you with your attention span and your awareness, because you notice growth, what is happening around you and within you. And being, let's talk about the physical effect that it has on you and your whole mindset. Being surrounded by greenery brings you a sense of peace, and it reduces the feeling of stress, and it gives you a space that feel more grounded, and you know you feel like you're one with nature. Plants also remind us that growth does not stop with age. With care, patience, and the right environment, new life and new beginnings continue to unfold. So you can take encouragement by what you see, with the life of a plant. And it really reminds us about life to a great extent. So thank you very much for watching this video, and remember to like, share, and subscribe.